We are gathered here to fill you with fear and give you a treat for your ears as we invade your mind with our scary rhymes and some tales that can be gory. As you bear witness and sit here and listen to our poetic horror stories. I think I'm coming down with something. My throat is very sore. My throat is so sore that it hurts for me to talk. I'm also starting to feel my body starting to ache. I'm running a fever and I have chills. My body, I am so cold. I started to shake. My nose is now starting to fill up with mucus. It's making it hard for me to breathe. I have a persistent cough. My nose is runny, and I keep feeling the urge to sneeze. I feel miserable. Everything hurts on my body. I feel so bad. I can't make it to work. I'm going to call in and just stay here in my bed. It even hurts for me to lift my hand, to bring it up with my phone to my head. After I call in, I take some Tylenol, and I close my eyes to go back to sleep. I try to get as much rest as I can. I drift off to sleep, hoping the pain medication kicks in. When I wake up, the pain from my sore throat and aches are now gone. But in its place, a new symptom has now come along. My nose is now running like a faucet. So much mucus is leaking out. No matter what I do, it won't stop. I used up a whole tissue box on my nightstand next to my bed. There is so much mucus inside of me. Feels like my brain is floating around in my head. To tell you the truth, if I lay back down, I feel like I might drown. This is just a friendly reminder to please like and comment to let us know how we are doing so far. We would love to hear from you all. And if you're new, please subscribe and become a part of the PHS crew. And we thank you. Right now, I'm finding it hard to breathe. There's so many snot-covered tissue balls galore. They are littered all over my floor. I must admit, with the state of my bedroom, I'm not happy. My whole floor looks gross and nasty. Every time I inhale, I can feel the mucus slide down my throat, and when I exhale, I can feel it come back up, making me gag and choke. I can feel the mucus filling my lungs to its fullest capacity, to the point I start wheezing, struggling, trying to breathe, trying to find a way for air intake. I needed to get the snot out of me. Then I remembered I had a neti pot. I could use it to clear my sinus pathways. Yuck. It felt so gross, flushing out the snot from my nose. But it got the job done for the most part. I was able to breathe again. So I decided to take a hot, steaming bath. I thought this would keep my nasal passage airways open. When I was done with my bath, I turned on my humidifier and I took a nap. When I woke up and opened my eyes, I thought I slept until it was night. But quickly, I realized something wasn't quite right. No, I didn't sleep till it was late in the night. I was trapped inside a thick, green, sticky blob. For a moment there, I thought I was abducted by aliens. I was covered from my toes to the top of my head. Then I realized the substance was coming from me. It was coming out of my nose. I was encased in a mucus cocoon. The sticky green substance was something I produced. I was freaked out like anybody would, because I knew I was in deep trouble. I needed to find a way out of this snot bubble. But the problem was my nose continued to run. My body was producing so much mucus, it was like a river flowing. It just kept going. The snot coming from my nose would drip and add to the liquid. The cocoon was growing. I know our bodies can do miraculous things, and there are a lot of medical mysteries out there that can't be explained. But I had to wonder, what was happening to me? And is this some kind of new disease? When I get out of this situation, I don't think anybody will believe this. But I know this needed to be ported to the wide world records of Guinness. On the inside of the cocoon, it was filled with sticky liquid goo. But from what I could tell, the outside was a hard shell. I assumed it was a boogery cocoon. It was hard for me to move in the liquid goo. The texture felt like slime. I couldn't move my limbs around at the time. But finally, I was able to get my hands free. I started to hit the shell to see if I could crack it and break it apart. But I had no luck. The shell was really tough. It was hard like a nut. But what gave me hope, I knew that nuts can be cracked. If I could find a way to use force, I needed to rock and roll this snotty cocoon off my bed and onto my floor, and maybe that would be enough. I thought to myself, what do I have to lose? I really don't have any other choice. So I started to shift myself left and right, back and forth. I was trying to turn the cocoon to its side. I did this several times. The green, sticky substance inside also rocked back and forth, coating me all over. It was so gross. Knowing all this came out of my nose, I had to stop thinking about it. I needed to focus. I kept it up, and the cocoon picked up momentum until it started to roll. I felt the cocoon roll off my bed and hit the floor full force. That did it. It cracked the cocoon right open like an egg. I was able to punch and kick to break the rest of it. When I was out, I stood up, and I looked at myself in the mirror. I was covered in this sticky mucus fluid like a fetus when it was first being born, breaking out of its embryonic sac. I found the symbolism hauntingly beautiful, but I really needed a bath, really bad. Now that I have emerged from the mucus-filled cocoon, my symptoms from my cold have now gone completely away. All of my symptoms have dissipated. I am so happy to say that I feel 100 times better today. But if and when I ever get sick with a runny nose again, I hope my body doesn't trap me into a booger, snot-filled cocoon for me to heal.